There are so many obstacles to finding and choosing the best foods in our Western eating habits, many of which begin in the supermarket. And one of those obstacles that is prominently displayed and promoted are processed foods. And that's what we're going to talk about on this episode. I'm Dr. Nada. I created the Integrative Health Program at Mass General Hospital, and I'm the founder of Sage Tonic, an innovative and natural treatment toolbox. Welcome to this episode of Spartan Health. Processed foods are foods that are handled and altered in some way before they get to your pantry or refrigerator. The more harmless kinds of processing are things like cutting and peeling a variety of fruit and packaging those things as, let's say, a fruit salad. The next step in processing is canning food, which can either reduce the nutritional content of the food or possibly introduce some unhealthy quantities of natural elements, like adding a lot of sodium. The next step in this is changing foods by chemically altering them. There are many reasons why these chemically altered foods can be really bad for you. The most obvious is that they're often full of chemicals. A lot of them, even those lists of artificial ingredients on the food labels of heavily processed foods, don't reveal the whole story. Proprietary rights on secret ingredients allow food companies to omit a lot of details about what's in their products. The term artificial ingredients can have several unnamed chemicals lurking behind it, so it's important for you to be aware. Here are some other specific reasons why heavily processed foods can be bad. Number one, they often contain too much sugar and fructose syrup, as well as refined carbohydrates and trans fats. Number two, lots of processed foods have refined grains like rice and white flour, with many nutrients stripped out of the whole grains that they came from. Number three, competition between food manufacturers encourages creating foods that reward your brain in ways that are similar to drug addiction, leading to obesity. They want to create habits, but unhealthy ones. Reading labels can help, but it may be close to impossible to avoid all processing. One way to cut down on a lot of processed foods is to remember to avoid these things. Number one, processed meats like sausages, hot dogs, and those you'll find in the deli. While they may be tasty, some of their ingredients have been linked to cancer and they can have a lot of saturated fats. Another are mass-produced baked goods, which often have a lot of trans fats. Another are meals that you can cook quickly, but they often have too many sugars and salts, along with lots of refined carbohydrates. Sodas are another one to be aware of because they have more sugars than you should ever have in a single drink. Now, not all processed foods are bad. Things like peanut butter, yogurt, canned tuna, and whole grain cereals can be good for you, but just don't forget to read the labels and double check. The key thing to remember is that most foods in our supermarket that can't be found in nature, like cheese puffs, pastas, muffins, or gummy bears, have probably been processed in some way. Combine avoiding the worst effects of processed foods along with adding whole foods whenever possible, and you can make some significant improvements to your health. Thanks for listening to Spartan Health. I'm Dr. Nada, and I'm here every Sunday as part of the Spartan Up podcast family. Spartan Up has new episodes almost every day of the week. We give you tips, information, and tools to help you stay on track. We have interviews with inspiring high achievers every Tuesday with Joe and his team. And other days, we cover topics that help with mindset, athletics, and leadership. At Spartan, we're here for you. We're your partner in resilience training for mind, body, and spirit.